Climbing 9A has always been a huge goal for me. We don't have much sport climbing in Scotland, so it's very hard to get consistency of doing lots of hard routes all the time. So therefore it's always been my weakest discipline. Some friends told me about this amazing steep sport climbing venue near the Arrochar Alps in about 2005 called the Anvil. It's a classic Scottish venue in that it's in a really beautiful spot, quite remote, a little bit of work to get to, but it's really good once you get there. I joined them in developing the crag and climbed routes up to about 8C+ in 2005 and 2006. And then in 2007, together with Malcolm Smith, we tried the one remaining project which we thought would be a 9A. Unfortunately, Malcolm pulled off a key hold that didn't seem to make much difference to him, and he later climbed it in 2010. But for me it just made it far too hard and I just couldn't do that one move again, so I left it behind, gave up on it. Over 10 years later I found that I could actually climb harder at age 40 than I could when I was age 30, so I decided to return and give it another go. I'd actually spent a couple of years going back round other hard projects that I'd previously given up on and had completed them, and Malcolm's 9A Hunger was the last one of those. The first task for me was just to try the crux over and over again until I could find a different way that would actually work for me without the hold that was missing. Eventually I did actually find my own way using a little pocket that I had previously discounted, but once I actually worked out how to use it, it was a little bit bunched up but actually worked for my height really well. However, I was still really struggling to do the individual moves just on their own, and actually the boulder problem at the start of the route in itself is also very height dependent, and I was finding that totally desperate and I was barely able to do the moves. The first two stages in preparing to do the route were going to be learning the moves as well as possible and then going away and doing some specific training by making some models of the three cruxes on my board at home. Training over the winter, together with more sessions on the route itself, gave me both more of the strength that I needed as well as more confidence, but I wanted to put off the final ingredient, which was manipulating my body composition, until the very last moment, until I was really on the point of doing the route. All of this got me a lot closer to where I needed to be, but certainly not close enough. It's the beginning of May now, and I've been trying this climb most of the winter really, and I've really made a ton of progress. I'm so pleased with how much further on I am than I was during the autumn. So during the autumn I was just really working individual moves, and I could build up to doing all the individual moves, like really one at a time, but not really anything beyond that. But today I managed to do that link, and then I managed to do it from two moves before the rest, into the rest, and then all the way to the top. And I can't tell you how delighted I am with that link. So that's really the first time that I have felt I can do this route. It is possible for me, and that's really exciting. But I think this is really the last time that I'll come here for the summer. So I'll leave it behind for the summer. And I'll pick up where I left off at the end of August into the first week in September. And because I've done overlapping halves, I know the next stage is red pointing, so there's nothing else to learn, there's no other sequence to learn, there's only the red pointing, and so it's absolutely all about getting my strength to weight ratio where it needs to be and getting my power endurance where it needs to be. I'm so excited to try, can't wait. Right, here we go, see you in September. The final variable to address at the last possible moment was to manipulate my body composition. I have always struggled to get my body fat percentage from the low 20s down into the mid-teens, well above the normal range for climbers operating at this level. In addition to high body fat percentage, a DEXA scan in the summer confirmed what I already suspected, which is that my diet over the past few years, which has really improved my health, had also caused me to put on 4.5 kilos of muscle in the space of 2 years, over a kilo in each leg. During my time over the summer months, I designed a diet to help me to lose some of that excess muscle that I'd gained over the past 2 years, and also lower my body fat percentage slightly in order to hit the best possible shape right at the right moment at the start of October. This strategy worked perfectly, and after a couple of sessions of falling at the last move on wet holds, I knew that all I had to do was have one good attempt and I would probably do the route. Flat. Okay, climbing? Yeah. Come on. Nice. Previous left? Yep. Ah, come on. Oh, yes! Get down. Ah, I don't believe it! Brilliant. Ah. Well done. Ah. It's awesome, mate. Chuffy.